ultimate fanfare.
What's going on, world? Welcome to this episode of the Playaction Podcast. We got Brandon here. We got my dog Colin. What's up, bro?
Bro, tell me this was not some of the best football wild card and division round football we have seen in a long time.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro.
This has been fun. I mean, hey, defense is back, ladies and gentlemen. Defense is back, especially in an era, I feel like, where the league itself, and we're talking like, higher ups there talking want to, make the offense more free-flowing, protect the quarterback. Quarterbacks are throwing for 4,000 yards back and right and left. However, defense ruled the roost in the divisional round, and to me that just shows, defense was champions. Maybe they don't win championships, but they definitely get you closer to the championship game because both teams that had stellar defenses made it to the next round, starting with the Broncos and Bills, and we'll talk more about the Broncos and Bills, of course. But 33-30, I thought this was the Bills in the bag. Bills are up 7-3, marching down the field. I thought they were going to take the game over to go up 14-3, but instead Denver comes up with a great stop, forcing a fumble, James Cook fumble. They go down there, they score, take the lead 7-10. Bills start moving the ball again. Denver stops them again, force a field goal. It just seems like it was back and forth, and when it came down to it, the current reigning MVP should go down there and win the game. I don't care about tough calls. I don't care about overtime. I care about another tough loss by Josh Allen. There's no Mahomes, no Lamar Jackson, no Joe Burrow, right? The Broncos, they might be all they need to punch their ticket to the Super Bowl. What you think, bro?
Hey, bro. Broncos defense is snapping. And I see the chat talk about that, too. Their defense is snapping, bro. Like, hey, They might have it, but, hey, bro, with this backup quarterback, with Bo Nix going down, that's gonna be a tough stretch. Yeah, I kind of feel kind of bad for him, and it's funny too because I see my boy Tom Brady up in Seattle. His pregame. Yeah, and he was walking through with the pea coat, looking all clean, and it was like, yep, that Green Goblin mask is talking to him right now. It was like, yeah, you got one more run in you. Yeah, the Broncos need a quarterback. So they're like, hey. This is a good time for college, NFL football. This is that time of year, but you just hate to see a quarterback go out because he played the rest of the game. It didn't look like he didn't major. Nothing looked nasty because we had some bad injuries this season. So it's like it looked normal, but it's season injury, surgery, and I just feel bad for him. But yes, bro. Speaking back on Josh Allen, bro, yes, we talked about this a couple weeks ago. This was the easiest route he had. No Burrows, no Lamar, no Patrick Mahomes. Bro, it was wide open for him. And he cannot come through. 4 turnovers, 2 fumbles, 2 interceptions. And come on, bro. Like, and we seen him, upset at the end of the post game, and we see him, crying at the post game interview. Bro, you don't get no sympathy from me, bro. I told you he looking like I held my boy Lamar Jackson to a high standard. I understand that he has not come through in the playoffs, and I gotta hold everybody else to the same standard I held one of my hometown boys to, because Lamar, he has not come through in the playoffs, and Josh, bro, they changed the overtime format for you, bro. Like, literally.
So you get a chance too.
And you're 0-7 in overtime games. And I believe you said 0-5 or 6 in divisional games. Come on, bro. This is getting terrible. This is getting real Phillip Rivers-ish. That's all I'm saying. That's just, hey.
Dude, you're right. Josh Allen had a chance to go against not Mahomes or Allen or Burrows. He got a chance to go against Bo Nix, a second-year quarterback who, don't get me wrong, is a good, efficient quarterback, but he's not the guy like Mahomes to beat you. So the defense got to you, Josh, and then the next round, you're going to go against either the Texans or the Patriots, return to the Patriots, another second-year quarterback.
Yeah.
Okay? who you had a chance to sit there and show that, hey, I'm the vet in the room and punch your ticket to the Super Bowl and hopefully do what Buffalo has never seen being done before, and that's win a Super Bowl. But instead, you come up short again in the divisional round.
Yeah.
It's heartbreaking to see, and it's even more heartbreaking for Sean Payton and the Broncos to show up with that kind of defense. Bo Nix has a great performance. I mean, 3 touchdowns. I don't care what you say. He had a great game. And to break a bone and then be out, and like, the only thing I think of is that whatever he broke was important enough to that it could impact him further in his future. And it's like, okay, we're gonna play the future card over the today card, because truth be told, let's just think about it. When Bo Nix came out of college, and Jarrett Stidham and Carson Beck about to be, I think they're all pretty much the same guy. They're all good quarterbacks, decent athleticism, fairly accurate. None of them are world beaters. I think Denver still has a good shot with Jarrett Stidham. Sean Payton is a brilliant play caller. He's a brilliant coach. He's going to get a game plan that fits around Jarrett Stidham, who's not that much different than Bo Nix. The defense is going to be the freaking defense. And they are going to bring the wood against the New England Patriots. We'll talk about that later. I still see the Broncos as still a good squad, even without Bo Nix.
Oh, yeah. I mean, the backup quarterback, they benched Russell Wilson for him a couple years ago. So, like, they got faith in him. You know what I'm saying? But the rookie was the rookie. You know, hey, Bo Nix been looking like that boy. And like I said, I just feel sorry for him because nobody likes to see a quarterback go, get hurt in the playoffs. Especially, you know what I'm saying, with your team advancing too. And I know they say out for the season, but I'm not ruling against some miraculous, like they make it to the Super Bowl. He got, they do the surgery yesterday or today.
Right.
And, you know what I'm saying, like they make, give some extra time off. They do, we seen T.O. come back from a broken leg as well.
Right. Broken ankle. He met the Super Bowl.
Yeah, and play in the Super Bowl at wide receiver, not at quarterback, where he could they could put him in a boot, and his mobility might be limited, but it just depends how how the backup plays in the next game, and if he how he looks, we gonna see. But hey, like I said, I just hate to see it, But Josh Allen, bro, no excuses, bro, no excuses,
none,
bro.
Bills Mafia they gotta hold their boy accountable. I know they're gonna. Everyone, hey, I get it. They've given Josh Allen the keys to the city, literally.
Yep.
But you gotta show up when you got the best chance.
Bro, got his coach fired. Literally. Got his coach fired. We talked about that on camera. Like, this is crazy.
I can't believe that, by the way.
Yeah. And we just talked about, I know Harbaugh and Stefanski is like, oh man, dang. That job open? I wish we would have hold.
The Ravens are going to be chasing after, yes.
Yeah.
Sean McDermott or Mike Tomlin, but I think they're definitely chasing Sean McDermott because, like, okay, you know what? He wasn't Mike Tomlin with the Steelers 19 years, Sean McDermott 9 years. I think both are good choices, and I think Baltimore's probably going to get one of those two folks, and I don't know if any of them are going to be good for Lamar Jackson, but doggone it, Bills, you let go of a good one. You let go of the best head coach you've had since whoever was coaching 4 Super Bowls in a row.
Yeah, with Jim Kelly and them. Yeah, with Jim Kelly, yeah.
Yes,
I don't know, bro. They said that the Broncos was on maybe a 10-year playoff drought before Sean McDermott, and he brought him to the playoffs with Tyrod Taylor. And no disrespect to Tyrod, but hey, bro, he did a lot, more with less. That's what I'm trying to say. It's like, bro,
he did.
And it's like, come on, bro, you fired this dude. He didn't turn the ball over 4 times. It is what it is. Hopefully he land on his feet. And Sean McDermott,
he will.
If Sean McDermott, land at the Pittsburgh Steelers, that might be a good situation for him. Because I heard Pittsburgh is looking at Mike McCarthy, and it's like, bro, he's just been mediocre at best. Like,
I don't think the Steelers. I think the only thing that makes the Steelers' job attractive is patient ownership, because it sure as hell ain't a team built around an offense. Yeah. And that may be the best thing. That we've had 3 coaches in the past 60+ years. I know I'm going to be okay. If I have a couple bad losing seasons, I know the Rooney's, they're going to take care of me. But again, this ain't Art Rooney.
Yeah.
Are the new Rooney's going to be like, are the new Rooney's going to be like, okay, I'm going to give everyone an average of 19 years head coaching? Maybe not. You might be on the coaching carousel in a couple of years.
See, exactly. So, like I said, they working on a fourth coach in their whole, organizational history.
Chuck Noll, Bill Cowher, and Mike Tomlin.
Exactly.
That's their whole coaching. That's crazy.
So, bro, whew, they got a legacy to live up to. But I know you're happy about the next subject, bro. I know it.
Bro, okay. So I've lived in the state of Washington for 13 years, okay? On and off. I was in the military on and off 13 years. So Seattle's kind of like my second team.
Yeah.
The Seahawks, Niners, 41-6. Seahawks started with a bang, boom, opening kickoff return for a touchdown. And then their defense forces a 3-and-out on the opening drive. Excuse me, a 4-and-out because they went for it. Yep. They forced a fumble in the next. Defense never relented, which I think we said this probably maybe 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 weeks ago. I didn't believe in Seattle's defense. I'm changing my tune. Seattle's defense just constant pressure against the Niner offense. And
2 field goals.
Yeah, and the offense was fairly healthy. I mean, they had Brock Purdy, they had CMC, Jawan Jennings. I mean, they didn't have everybody, but they had but on defense
they had some weapons.
Yeah, they had some weapons on defense. Nick Bosa, Fred Warner. I mean, you lost some key pieces on defense, and Seattle's offense wasn't anything special outside of their running game. Their running game was a freight train, but I'm telling you right now, I think the Niners are going to be okay come next year. Fred Warner will be back. Nick Bosa will be back. They're going to retool in the offseason. They're going to be okay. But Seattle, they look like the playoff bullies we haven't seen in a long time. I haven't seen Legion of Boom, but their defense is knocking people around.
Yeah,
absolutely. Think they got a shot against the Rams? You know how I feel about the Rams. You think they got a shot against the Rams?
Hey, bro, nobody's hotter right now than the Seahawks. In the playoffs, nobody is hotter than the Seahawks. Sam Darnold, bro. Like, out of that draft class, nobody would have thought he would be the one going to the championship game right now.
Hell no.
Yeah, I think it's the 2018. That's with Baker Mayfield and them boys. Right. And it's like, bro, come on, bro. Hey, all respect to him. He put 41 points up, bro. I mean, no, it wasn't all him. He had some help. But, bro, 41 points in the playoffs? And then, like you said, that defense is snapping, bro. I know 49ers didn't have Kittles. He's out with the season with the Achilles injury. But they still had some weapons. And the hold up, excellent playoff team. Because the 49ers, they've been to the Super Bowl, recently a couple times. Brock Purdy got to the Super Bowl a couple years ago.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Was there, so.
Yeah.
So around.
This is a good quality team. And we got to talk about that, too. Because have you heard the rumors about the electrical substation right next to their practice field?
No.
Cause it's like a big electrical substation right next to their practice field, and they said that they're one of the most injured teams statistically over the last 5 to 10 years, and they're saying that some of those radio, because they had actual free agents bring this up in recruitment. They was like, they don't want to play there because it gives like ligament damage over like long term exposure. So Achilles injuries, ACLs. If you look it up. They said they had some research done into it, and it's a thing amongst the players that they know. Hey, I don't necessarily want to play for the 49ers if I want to have a long career, because they're known. Debo Samuels. Debo always stayed hurt out there. You know what I'm saying? Exactly, stayed hurt.
Legend.
Yeah. And unfortunately, what's the middle linebacker that had their gruesome injury a couple early in the season?
Warner, Fred Warner.
Yeah, Fred.
Yeah.
And it's like, bro, it's so I just thought about that. I want to bring that up too, because I seen a couple players talking about that, and that's kind of cause for concern. It's like, hey, bro, y'all are a multi-billion-dollar organization. If players are talking about this, move the field. You know what I'm saying? Move the facility.
It might be easy to move a electric substation than it was to move an arena, But hey, someone else put in here, hey, I never heard of that about the substation. Is that true? Hey, I don't know what's true. We just see what we see. Okay, I'm not there in San Francisco. You know, we're in Atlanta. We don't know for sure, but we're just seeing what other people are saying. And hey, we're just talking about it. Okay, we're just talking about it. But man, I'd say this much. You know what you need to talk about too, bro?
What's up?
The return of the Mac, and that is the Patriots over the Texans. Okay, my cousin said, okay, 28-16. Defense again. Big story today. Okay, until halfway through the second quarter, you know, Drake May and the Patriots, you know, marched down the field. Stephon Diggs touchdown. I thought that this game's Patriots about to sit there and turn it on. Okay, especially right after that, Texans turned over again with another C.J. Stroud pick.
Yeah.
But as bad as C.J. was playing, Drake didn't make it any easier because he's over there being Will Anderson's freaking tackling dummy. Just Will Anderson just dominated the game for the Texas defense.
Yep.
But I mean, truth be told, it looks like only the defense did cold weather training because the offense kept fumbling, stumbling, bumbling the ball like it was a hot potato.
Bro,
Texas didn't seem to have a chance, even though it seems like Patriots had just many turnovers. C.J. Stroud being the linchpin of these turnovers, whether it be fumbles, interceptions, it's like they never sit there and train for the cold. They just say, you know what, hey, let's put some balls in the freezer. Let's get out there on some cooler days and just plan for this, because when we walk into Foxborough, okay, the legends have talked about Foxborough. Peyton, who played in Indianapolis, also a cold place, but with a dome, talking about playing in Foxborough. Okay, it's no joke. You're going to have to play in the snow. You're going to have to play in the cold. You're going to have to play in the wind. And even if the other team's offense doesn't play well, their defense is coming to lay the wood, and the Texans' offense was not prepared.
They wasn't prepared at all, bro. C.J. Stroud was looking terrible, bro. I don't know what was going on. I was seeing that, like, I see the stadium because I was watching the pregame show. It was like a 3-hour pregame show. I was kind of a little upset that the game didn't start at 3 o'clock. The NFL didn't do something about that. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause I was sitting around the house all day, but I was like, bro, it looked dismal out there, bro. It looked terrible. It was gray skies. I was like, bro, what is going on? It started the game. It looked like it was nighttime already. I was like, bro, this is, and then the snow started coming. I was like, oh, this is playoff football, and we're going to see who really wants it. And the Texans did not want it because, bro, C.J. Stroud, turnover machine, bro. It was like he had like 4 turnovers in the whole season, like 4 or 5 turnovers the whole season. He got this game. It was like he had like almost 10 turnovers in the playoffs, but he had like 4 turnovers the previous game. So I don't know like how he expects to, you know, play winning football by keep giving the other team the ball. That's just a simple concept. And like I don't understand what is going on. I mean, I think like the ball hit the player's hand and bounced up and hit somebody, but like you just said, the offense did not prepare for playing in cold weather because you know your hands are like bricks in the cold, and you gotta use that. You know what I'm saying? And I heard Chicago did the same thing and practiced outside all last week to prepare, but that didn't help. But we'll get to that later. But yeah, I was kind of disappointed in C.J. Stroud because he's been chasing that first year high. You know, when he was looking like he was going to be that next dude, and right now he is looking like he is going downhill, to say the least. Because, bro, another performance like, yeah, you got to the playoffs, but, bro, you can't keep laying duds like this in the playoffs. This is terrible.
Right. I don't know what's going on with them. The coach, D'Amico, he's got to figure out what's going on offense. I know he's a defensive-minded coach, but he's got to figure out that offense because CJ had an outstanding rookie year. I understand we get tape on you now. We can start working on you. But that first half, I got a good friend of mine who we're going to have on the show sometimes, named Dustin. He's a big-time Texas fan. Was talking about bringing in Davis Mills in the second half because CJ looked like he was thunderstruck. He was just having issues. I mean, balls getting underthrown, overthrown, behind. He's throwing behind the receivers more often than not, as if he's just throwing to where he sees the receiver, not throwing to where they're going to be. Until the second half, and they started throwing the ball a little bit better. But they got to get him figured out because they picked him number 2 overall. Okay, it's going to come time to pay him really soon, and he's not going to be a $20 million a year player. He's going to be a $50 million a year player. So they need to figure that out sooner rather than later. When I say sooner, I mean it's going to have to be next year, or I don't know what you can get for him. You're going to try to trade for him, but you're not going to get anything more than a third-round pick for someone who thinks he might be a reclamation project, and I'm talking about the Jets.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Hey, speaking of no reclamation projects here, I was about to say St. Louis, LA Rams, Chicago Bears, 2017, they're in Soldier Field. Bro, I know you saw the same thing that I saw before you get to the game. I didn't realize this is a tradition there in Soldier Field, but that might have been one of the greatest renditions of the national anthem that I've ever heard in my life. It was like a patriotic war cry. I was in awe. I mean, the way they sang it, because usually they sing it and the whole crowd goes silent. No, this crowd is like cheering. I'm like, are we going to battle? Are the Red?
Yeah.
Because I mean, they were like cheering. He's just out there, chest out, blasting this out. I was like, oh my goodness. I mean, you know, my wife and I, we're both vets. We're both, you know, retired vets, and so I mean, it's a big deal to us. But usually, I don't take anything apart. You know, for me, Marvin Gaye and Prince might have been the two best. Prince being the super performance, and Marvin Gaye being the best rendition of the Star Spangled Banner.
Hey, don't forget our girl Whitney. Whitney killed that too. Whitney had a good.
Whitney did, but I expect that of Whitney.
Yeah. I
expect
expect that
game too.
Yeah,
I was just like, I loved it. But to the game though, the first two opening drives, Rams Bears made it 7-7. I thought this was about to be offensive firepower. Instead, defense clamped down. It was back and forth until the Rams take a late lead. Caleb Williams pulled off some Caleb Williams magic where they friggin' fade away, back foot, back left corner of the end zone, Cole Sloven, you know, touchdown. I mean, I thought that, you know what, the Bears are the team of destiny until overtime came and the Rams win with field goal in overtime.
Yeah.
But I gotta say, hats off to Ben Johnson, hats off to Caleb Williams, hats off to that entire staff, ownership group. The Chicago Bears are back. They are back, and they are looking good. And I tell you, that whole division, Minnesota, Detroit already knows. You know, y'all gotta watch out because the Bears, they came to play in Green Bay. Yeah, they know too. But right now, our LA Rams. My MVP, Matt Stafford, had a good game, not a great game. But the defense is what I was so surprised with that showed up and played their butts off to allow Matt Stafford to get this win and possibly move on to a Super Bowl should he get past, you know, those Seattle Seahawks we talked about.
Yeah.
What you think, man? You think the Rams got a shot?
I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. Like, I was a little surprised because, like, LA Rams are kind of like with the Dolphins. Like, you know, warm climate teams usually don't play well in, you know, the colder climates. You know, because they was expecting, you know, snow, and we got snow in Chicago. It looked balmy, as they say. You know, when the sun went down, it did not look friendly out there, especially on, you know, off that big lake they got. So
yeah,
I did not expect the Los Angeles Rams defense to step up the way they did, and they did their thing. I was you know, pleasantly surprised, but hey, they did their thing. I didn't expect him to frustrated Caleb like they did. I expected Caleb to, you know, come up and show something. And then in overtime, when the Rams ran the ball 3 straight times and then went 3 and out, I was like, oh, they just set up Caleb to win. And I'm like, okay. And he did not take care of business because he went out there and we talked about it. He had that one scramble when he, you know, scrambled to the right. And went and got, you know, lowered his shoulder and got the first down. I'm like, all right, bro, you got some respect from me, bro. I see you, because we love football players. You know what I'm saying? And you're a quarterback. You're known for being the softer ones on the field. But when you lower your shoulder and put your body on the line, hey, you get some respect, you know, on throughout the team. So I was like, all right, bro, you doing your thing. And then offense just sputtered and let, you know, my boy Matt Stafford get the ball back, and you let a Super Bowl quarterback get the ball back in the playoffs, he will send your ass home, okay? He will send you back to go into Cancun. He want it more than you do. And like we just said earlier with Brady has led many game-winning, you know, drives to field goal range. You don't gotta get to hit the home run every time.
That's right.
Long as you know how to win the game and close it out. Hey, that's what playoff football is about. Playoff football is about closing out games, making smart decisions, protecting the ball. And that's one thing that Caleb has some issues with, protecting the ball this game too, along with the other quarterbacks. So, hey, shout out Matt Stafford. Like you said, your MVP, you've called it since, a couple, months ago. And he's been playing good ball. And we just, happy, I'm happy he, said is progressed because, bro, he has a test next week. We just talked about the Seahawks. He has a major test. And that defense going to have another major test. So we going to see. And I'm just, it's a great time of year. It's that time. It's NFL playoffs. The games are getting, shorter. We ain't have as many games. We got condensed games. So it's championship next week. I'm looking forward to it. But, bro, whew, yeah, they're going to have some issues. They're going to have some issues moving forward because the Seahawks, they the hottest team in the playoffs right now.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are. And to answer one of our viewers who are asking me, hey, do I think Caleb's soft? By no means do we think Caleb is soft.
No.
Okay, Caleb is just a young quarterback, first time in the playoffs, with an opportunity to win the game against a veteran defense and a veteran defensive play caller. So, no shade against Caleb whatsoever.
No shade.
Exactly. But we're talking about championship rounds now. It's going to be the Broncos and the Patriots in the AFC Championship game. However, as we said earlier, it's going to be without Bo Nix leading their offense.
Yeah.
But that ferocious, relentless, unyielding Bronco defense might be enough to carry on the back of Jarrett Stidham into the promised land of the Super Bowl over Drake May, Mike Vrabel, and the New England Patriots, because I don't think the Patriots defense bring that type of intensity that the Broncos do. Now, their offense is different, but their offense is going against the strongest part of the Broncos, and I think Sean Payton can get enough out of Jarrett Stidham to put enough touchdowns on the board. It might just take 2 for the Broncos to advance past the Patriots.
I'm going to have to respectfully disagree. I'm going with my boy Vrabel. I've been liking my boy Vrabel, out there with the Patriots. I've been liking what they doing. Late season, I call Drake May. He might be, the NFL, he's going right there, NFL MVP with Matt Stafford. Those are the top 2. And, more than likely, Matt Stafford's going to get that because, he the vet. He deserve it. What, just Drake May's second or third year? But, hey, he's looking good right now. Hey, the only thing that concerns me, the Patriots got to go to Mile High Stadium. They got to go play over there in Denver. So it's not going to be, a good environment. Traditionally players, they struggle in that altitude. But if I have to, be a betting man, a backup quarterback, AFC Championship game, we don't know how the big lights, how certain players play when the lights shine bright, and it's going to be shining real bright this upcoming week for them. So, hey, it's put up or shut up time, and I like it, because this is that time where players they gotta, hey, this that time of year where you put up or go home, and the Broncos they got put in a tight situation because. Like we just talked about the whole show, nobody wants to have your starting quarterback go out. But
right.
That's the situation they in, and I'm not putting my money behind a backup quarterback. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, hey, that makes 100% sense. But I'm going to give you one name, 2 words. Backup quarterback, Nick Foles. Super Bowl MVP. Man, hey, why? Jarrett Stidham should be looking at himself and say, hey, why not me? Why not me? Nick Foles had a devastating defense behind him, too. Jarrett Stidham has even a better defense behind him.
I'm with you.
That's all I'm saying.
I'm with you.
Hey, just like in No Holds Poker, all you need is chip in a chair. Anything can happen.
Hey,
anything can happen. He's invited to things,
Just hear me out. Just hear me out. Nick Foles, he got hot. He had the last couple of games of the season and the playoffs to it was a snowball effect. He wasn't just coming in there cold turkey. Coming in there cold turkey is a totally different, different story. But like you said, he has a chance. So like, hey, it's a great story. If he does win the play, win the game, it's a great story for him to make the Super Bowl. That'd be awesome. Hey, that'd be an awesome story. So and yeah, he might be, he will be the story of the Super Bowl week if they do make the playoffs. They do make the Super Bowl. That'd be awesome.
Oh, you know what I'm saying? Sean Payton will be, if they win it, Sean Payton will be the first coach ever to win 2 Super Bowls with 2 different franchises.
Yeah.
First coach to ever do that. Now, do I think he's going to do it this year? No. Not at all. I got the Patriots. I'm just saying that the Broncos got a chance. The Broncos got a chance. But my money's on the Patriots. What about Seahawks and Rams? We just talked about Sam Darnold. They are the favorite. Well, I don't know if they're the favorite, but they're the home team by far. Sam Darnold's got these guys playing well on offense. JSN, he's one of the top receivers in the league. Their defense is stout. The Rams, obviously Matt Stafford. You got Devontae Adams, the most touchdowns in the league. Then you have Puka Nacua, had the most receptions and yards in the league, or at least second in yards and receptions in the league. So they've got a lot of offense. They obviously have enough defense. I think this is a hell of a game. If you ask me in week 1, week 2, week 3, Seahawks and Rams, I'd say Rams, Super Bowl favorite. Seahawks, probably picking top 5 in the draft. Very wrong. Sam Darnold, in this game that he had in Minnesota, and said, you know what, I can do 14 wins in Seattle. Yeah. And he did that. But can he put points up against that Rams defense that, I don't know, when I think Sam Darnold, I don't think he is better than Caleb Williams. I think he's more efficient. But when you need a magical play, I haven't seen Sam Darnold do that ever in his career.
No, ever. But he will give you solid play, and he will not put you in positions where you need a magical play sometimes. You know what I'm saying? If he plays solid, he's one of those type of players that if he's playing good, he won't lose a game for you. Now, if he's playing bad, he can definitely be the reason you lose.
He will be the reason you lose.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But if he's playing good, he's playing solid, he can take us there. So, this is an interesting game. If I had to put my money on it, we're not a betting platform. We're not a betting platform. I just thought about that. I've said that, several times. I just realized that to catch myself. But yeah, I'm going with Matt Stafford. I'm going with Matt Stafford on this one because just experienced Super Bowl champion Matt Stafford, and their defense is playing good. But I'm not going to discredit the Seahawks because it's going to be a tough fought game because the Seahawks is playing mean right now. Like I said, their defense is nothing to play with either. They just held the 49ers to 6 points, 2 field goals, and that in the playoffs, that's impressive.
Easy victory, blowout victory.
Exactly. So, yeah, I'm picking the Rams again to win this one and Matt Stafford. But, hey, it's going to be a hard-fought game. Sam Darnold, I expect him to play decent. I don't expect him to implode like he did last season. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully he has, because 41 points is 41 points. He has to be feeling good about himself right now. Have to be good. I'm hopefully. Yes. I'm hoping.
He feels great. I'm sure he feels great, and he should feel great. And you're right, 41 points, 41 points.
You know what I'm saying?
Still taking the Rams scored and the Rams because I trust Sean McVay, the coach. I trust. Well, no, I trust McDonald too. I trust Seattle's coach too. Don't get me wrong, but he doesn't have the experience Sean McVay has, and Sean McVay already admitted he coached a poor game last game, and they still came out with the win. He's not going to make the same mistake twice. That's not who he is.
Nope.
And Matt Stafford has got, he wants to prove that, okay, that one Super Bowl wasn't a fluke. I didn't just come here and everything happened working out right. I'm going to come here and with different players and different defense, and I'm going to come win it again. And I hope he does. But let's finish off this show going back to a game that's going to have a lot of draft implications for the NFL. Because of the players coming out, and also personal implications, not for me, but for my boy Brandon here. Because we got his hometown, Miami Hurricanes, against basketball royalty, but now football royalty, Indiana Hoosiers. in the national championship game today, coming up in just a few hours. I gotta say, Miami had to go through Ohio State. Indiana had to go through Oregon. I don't know if either one had a harder road to go through. I'm gonna let you talk first. Who you got? Well, I know who you got, but why you got him?
You know, I got my boy, because my boy, Tony, you know, they call him Baby Jesus right now. His little boy, little wide receiver. Yeah, I like my boy. My boy looking good right now. And I don't see anybody can hold him. Anybody can, you know, really stay in front of him. He getting out in the open field. He's going to be nasty. Yeah. But I'm going to be honest with you, bro. I might not even watch the game tonight, bro. I'm going to be honest with you. My little brother is going to be there. But I had to come to the realization that I've held on to some trauma since 2002. it hurt. It hurt, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, you know what I'm saying? When the boys got that phantom pass interference call, that's when I was, bro, I had personal connections to that team. Like, I had homeboys that I went to high school with that was playing on that team. And I was like, bro, come on, dog. We're supposed to be back-to-back champions. This is one of the best, like, college football rosters ever assembled. And it's like, bro, y'all gonna let us lose like this? So, hey, I haven't been watching. I've been seeing the highlights, but I haven't been watching. They've been winning. So I don't know if I want to, get jinx them. I don't know if I want to jinx. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if I want to jinx them. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. Okay. That's saying, because I'm intrigued, but, like, I got emotional ties to this right now. You know, and it's going to bring up a lot of past, you know, trauma for me if they lose.
And you check up on halftime. If Miami's losing at halftime, then you got to turn it on. You got to watch. Yeah. You got to watch. If they're ahead, man, hey, just keep TV on.
Yeah, keep TV off.
Some shit. Yeah.
Cause like I said, my little brother's at the game right now. My little brother's currently there. So I know. So it's like, hey, it's a good time. I'm hoping they win. I'm hoping they come out. But, bro, I am scared. Indiana is looking like we just talked about with Seattle. They the hottest team in college football right now. And they are thrashing dudes. You know, they see what they just did.
Offensive and defensive lines are down.
Yeah, bro. You see what they just did to Oregon. They made Oregon look like a Division II team. So I was like, bro, what is going on? So I didn't understand. But, hey, I'm happy. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be a good game. I'm worried. I'm just worried. I'm hoping my Canes do their thing, but it's gonna be rough. It's gonna be rough.
Hey, I like one quick thing. I know this wasn't part of the schedule, but this is just my plea, and we talked about a little bit more earlier in the when we started this podcast was WNBA. Yeah. I'd like to formally ask if the WNBA would stop challenging people you don't want to lose to. The last thing I saw was a bunch of it was like a 12 and 13-year-old. It was a camp. Now these were good kids. These weren't like some middle school kids at the school near my house. Okay, no, these were like kids invited to a camp. These are really good kids. And I saw our WNBA All-Star. Sometimes I was Asia Wilson there, by the way. And they were not dominating these kids. I need y'all to dominate these kids. Like, I know you should be dominating these damn kids. Okay, maybe you're being nice. I don't know. Or don't play the effing kids, okay? Just stick to playing regular hoops, women and women. Stop playing against men, because it's not helping the viewership. It's not helping the idea of women's basketball being legitimate, because it is legitimate. Okay, women's basketball is a legitimate fucking sport. They're really good at what they do. Now, you play against a bunch of men's and women's basketball is different basketball. It's the way, when Serena Williams talked about men's and women's tennis, she's like, men's tennis is a different sport. Okay, it's tennis. Okay, basketball. Yes, it's a different sport. Just stop. Don't do that. I don't want to see any LA Fitness runs. I don't want to see you going to Rucker Park runs. I don't want to see some boys camp runs. Just be brilliant as you are. There's a big deal coming in place. I don't like it making it too easy for chumps to make a mockery of professional athletes.
Yeah, bro. Like, the optics don't look good. I mean, because we're not disrespecting the game. We know that women playing other against women, it takes a certain level of skill, and we see that level of skill. Like Aja Wilson is that girl against other girls. She is, she a beast, and she deserves all the credit. She the best player in the WNBA. But, bro, I know some high school dudes that will wipe the floor with her. Like they'll go right around her and dunk on her, and that's no disrespect to her. It's just
it's a different sport.
So like it's just the optics. That's all it is. It's just don't give those keyboard trolls some fuel to just talk trash onto you, because that's what they want. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, bro, it's comical when they break it up, because they break it up so often. But then you see some of the players that they play it, because what I just thought about, it might be that delusional confidence they have because they play. I've seen clips of they play dudes that look like they're from the local Y. That's like 5'5", 5'6", and they're like.
But it was Liz Cambridge though. She's an all-time center. She's bigger than your average human being, and yeah, she was dominating those dudes there at LA Fitness. Okay, but that's not your average. That's not your average player.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. They get that delusional confidence from that, because they might. Yeah. Like I seen they bring in like a 5 dude, roster for to play against them in practice, and it's like, bro, these dudes are not your average high school, athletes.
No, they're almost grown men. Because I mean, we may mentally mature late. We physically mature pretty quick, even though we may still be growing. It's just we just grow up playing rough. Everything tag is rough. Okay? Yeah, we play games that I can't even say the names of those games. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, right. Smearing things and just destroying people. Tackle football without pads on in the middle of the street. How about a rock fight? We're not gonna throw baseballs. No, we're just gonna pick up rocks. We're gonna throw rocks at each other. And then it's different. It's a different species almost.
And we know it's different playing basketball with basketball players versus playing basketball with football players. You play basketball with football players, it's a whole different sport from then. And we're playing against dudes. Cause football players, when they play basketball, it's very physical. It's very physical. You know what I'm saying? It's almost wrestling. With basketball. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's different levels to this. So I don't understand why they continue to throw rocks at that tree. Don't do it, bro.
And let someone record it. It's like the Animal Mixtape Tour. It's exactly the same thing. You got those guys against a bunch of regular folks. And it's just obviously it's gonna be embarrassing, and I'm not saying the AWA is a bunch of regular folks, but I'm saying you're going against a bunch of people who are just physically stronger. That's it. They don't have more skill. They can't. They definitely don't have more skill, but they're just physically stronger. So when it comes to defense, the defense is gonna be smothering. The offense is gonna. You're not gonna just go and bump someone off their spot. They're gonna run through you.
And they're gonna be quicker, faster. Like you're gonna get frustrated because you can't go anywhere. Like.
Exactly. Laterally, especially.
Yeah.
I mean, don't let the Thompson brothers go. I mean, I think Asur and Amen Thompson, them two could take on a 2-on-5.
Yeah.
I don't want to say WNBA team, but probably name your best women's college team.
Yeah.
Them two versus UConn. I would take them in a close match, based off just athleticism and physicality. Yeah. Because if you label the fouls the same, then they're going to be at the free throw line all day long. And now if you say, okay, they don't take the fouls, that means when they go to the basket, there's not going to be any charging calls.
Yeah.
It's going to be anyway. I'm done. I'm off that.
You good? You good? But man, I appreciate everybody tapping into this episode of the Playaction Podcast. Man, we're gonna be back again next week. Man, it's that time of the year for football. And look, the coaches, it's a coaching carousel. You might catch us back there on this week because we got some stuff to talk about with these coaches being fired and these hires are going on. We never know what's going to happen by the end of the week because there's a couple of coaching positions just open right now. So, man, appreciate everybody tapping in. We'll talk to y'all soon. I mean, have a good week.
Peace out.
Welcome to the show where the game comes alive. Breaking down the plays, we keep the spirit high. From the field to the mic with passion and flair. It's the Playaction Podcast, your ultimate fanfare. It's your ultimate fanfare.